Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
At Jesse K. Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit Jesse K. Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. Jesse K. Hospital, you first.
A very good morning to you, our viewers, and welcome to Healthy You program. Today, we are so much excited. We just celebrated Father's Day the other day. I'm hoping you took some time to celebrate your father. It was a Father's Day, not Husband's Day, women. Sorry about that. Women, it was Father's Day, not Husband's Day. We hope there's going to be a Husband's Day. So today, we had such an amazing conversation last week. We began on the series, The Whole Man, a holistic man. In other words, how can we develop, or how can you become a part of the journey that makes the man a holistic human being? We talked about the 7 dimensions, 8 dimensions by Dr. Vincent Mokaya here, that make you a fully holistic man. We talked about the different dimensions of man, from the spirit to the body to the soul as well. How can all of those 3 dimensions as well be a holistic piece of a person? So today we are building up on that conversation, and I'm so excited when it comes to men issues, man. That is my soft spot. I am sure that if we can shape the men out there, then families will be fixed. Fatherhood, as an office, Enoch, it has a lot of good things. Absolutely. If we can fix it from a family level, even the national leadership is going to be fixed. Communities are going to be safe, and the different spheres of life. So Today, we are going to be delving into an amazing topic. I'm sure you have a son, you have a young boy, or you just given birth to a son. You're wondering, for a daughter, I know how to bring them up. But for the son, the memo didn't come. The manual didn't accompany him. So what do you do? Then for the man, you've just gotten a man, a stranger from another place. You began to live together. How do you learn to deal with them? So today, we're going to be talking about building healthy, supportive networks and communities for men. How can you build healthy, supportive networks and communities for men? Men are very isolated human beings. You would find that they're always grinding. They're always looking for a living and all that. How can you become part of that journey that they're able to live cohesively as a community? A few things. even before you get to begin. Many men are taught to be strong, self-independent, and self-reliant. While these qualities can be valuable, he can sometimes make it difficult for the man to seek help. Most of the time, the society has put a lot of pressure on what man should look like, on what man should do. But all these attributes and all these qualities sometimes tend to push the man to the wall. They do not know what to do with how they feel about that. So even sharing struggles becomes hard. Building meaningful support systems become hard. How do I build a meaningful connection with somebody who is above me? How do I build a meaningful connection with somebody who is doing better than me? Things are messy on my end. Things seem to be very flashy on their end. How can I be a part of that conversation? Maybe did you know that men are generally less likely than women to seek help for emotional and mental health challenges. Mostly a man will suffer in silence. But for women, certified yappers, it is all right. Did you also know that research consistently shows that people with strong social connections and can live long, healthier, and experience better lives? And lastly, in the medical field, the more you have social interactions, the more they trigger the oxytocin hormone. And that oxytocin hormone, often called the bonding hormone, which helps reduce stress and strengthen relationships. So today, to help me decode this particular, or debunk, as I like to say it, this particular conundrum for men, I'm sure if you're a lady out there, you're a woman, you're a young person, you'll be able to get this conversation deep at home. To help me debunk this particular subject is none other than Sir Enoch Kitonde Kija. I hope I pronounced the name. I've really tried my best.
On point. You've made your research well.
Fantastic. Yes. And Dr. Makori is in the house as well. And I'm glad this conversation is spearheaded by men. Maybe in future we shall have a lady to give a perspective. Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
How's your morning?
So good. We thank God.
Amazing.
Yes.
Happy belated Father's Day.
Asante.
For the future and for the
and potential.
And potential.
You guys should have brought us some gifts to celebrate the father.
Oh. Maybe
next time.
Maybe the gift is for you to be here. By just being you.
Yeah.
That's an enough sufficient gift.
I agree.
But we're going to try to top up something.
I think a top up is in order.
But rarely do people consider gifting men. It's something you need to talk about.
I think the gifts are so limited to wallets and socks.
Oh.
but even if it's a stockings, I think it's a good gesture. I think we did that in church. But I tell you, at Overcoming Faith Church,
yes,
so many men. There are men that had never seen their smiles. But on Sunday I saw smiles. I think we need that. We need a lot of that. Those tokens are very important.
The people who use their father's money to gift them this weekend.
Mention that again.
the people who used their father's money this weekend to gift them, to gift their fathers.
Borrow you money, then go buy you a gift.
I think that is also okay. That's also okay, as long as it's a gift. All we want to see is something wrapped, something packed. We really get that.
So men still need gifts.
We need the gifts.
You get that? They still need gifts. Don't assume that the fact that they're always gifting you, they can't be gifted. Even the source sometimes runs out. Get to refill it. Maybe it's about time we get to delve in. When you hear about supportive community or networks for men, maybe from a professional and personal perspective, Daktari, what does it mean to you?
For me, supportive communities for men, as we all know, human beings, we are social beings.
Yes.
And evolutionary, the communities that stayed together survived compared to communities that were fragmented in nature, because your enemies will decimate you at any given point. Same thing, we are all communal beings. And these safe spaces that men, as human beings, we need to form them so that this reduces stress. It's coping mechanisms that enable you to deal with issues in life better than as compared to if you were to do it alone.
Wow.
As the saying goes, that no man can stand alone. Yes.
No man is an island.
Yeah, no man is an island. You need these communities so that you are able to cope, get new ideas, fresh ideas.
Wow.
And also growth if you decide to go it alone, you'll just get a distance, but if you decide to go through it together, you'll get farther.
If you want to go far,
Yeah.
go alone. If you want to go farthest, go with a team.
Yes.
Maybe to you, Enoch.
Yeah.
What does a supportive community network look like for you?
And first of all, thank you so much, Stan, for having me here. And I tell you, it's a pleasing pleasure once again.
Nice.
And I love how he has begun the conversation, talking about men as being communal beings. And that is true when you look at the Bible, the life of David. David was a man who was in distress.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, the kind of men that helped him build were the men who are in the same kind of state like he was.
Wow.
The 400 men, I know you can relate. It talks about men who are in distress, men who are in debt, men who are discontented. These are the kind of men that came and built a network. They came and supported David, you know. And when you look at it, this man emerged a winner. He was able to handle all the pressures he was going through because he had men who were going through probably similar. Maybe for him, he was going through worse, but because they were in the same network and they had the same goal, they were able to really go out of that. And at the end of the day, you see them, these are the mighty men of Vela, the men who supported, you know, David, who fought for him, he built them. So I agree, it's really communal, we survive in a network.
Communities.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a man is a social animal and our experiences are shared. So by us coming together, we're simply appreciating who we are as a people.
Yeah.
So somebody said that you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Because if I see 5 people who are fools, I didn't count well. They're 6.
They
If
say
I see
your network is your network.
your network is your network as well. If I see 4 billionaires, I didn't count well. They're 5 because I'm amongst them. So communal engagements are very, very much important.
Another man said, birds of the same feather
Flock together. Right. Great. So men can thrive when they come together. And when they're divided, maybe I think it's Martin Luther who said, we live together as brothers or perish together as fools. The men who've chosen to be fools, fragmented, isolated, lonely. They've even refused to begin to engage with each other because of factors they're going to be checking on. So what is the importance of a supportive network? Maybe to you as a personal, at a personal level, and how have you been able to practice that? Do you have a supportive network?
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up. I think men need to understand this, that the life we are living in right now, you can't really survive alone. You know, you can't go so far. You really need to have a supportive network.
Wow.
Personally, what has helped me is, I mean, growing up in church and then keeping myself around the church space, it has helped me that in these meetings, you get to interact with people. There's so much you learn.
Wow.
You know, there's so much you get to learn, and also the atmosphere of prayer. It is something that has helped me personally.
Wow.
Because I tend to believe that if your spiritual man is not so strong, most of all these dimensions, like I had, was it Dr. Vincent who talked about it? About 8 of them. You realize they rotate around the spiritual man. If the spiritual man is really not grounded, is not supported or nourished well, these all other 7 dimensions will fall apart. So I'm a believer that keeping around people, like, for example, a church space, coming to church, because, you know, the pressure is high. Like you alluded to the fact that, you know, people get involved to so many things. Men, we are looking for money all over. But you see, if we don't get to a narrow place whereby we come to accept that it is God who gives the finances, the scriptures say, gives the power for us to make wealth, we are going to distribute, we are going to move all over the place, and then never get to harmonize with our spiritual man, which is very, very important. So as a believer, I know that what helps a man is having a community, fellowshipping, just to put it in a nutshell, gathering with brothers and sisters in church, attending those meetings. There are days where I hated meetings. You know, I hated meetings because you realize, okay, you have to do this, you have to pursue this gig, you have to get this money. But I realized, okay, you're always on the move. But these meetings, there's so much you learn. There's so much that you can get to overcome when you hear other men share their experiences, their stories. So I must say, like I started, you cannot survive alone. And for people who are in the church spaces, whenever you get a chance to be in a church meeting, a conference, or a crusade, or a meeting, church gathering, whatever sort it is, it's very important. That is I call it a therapeutic moment for you.
Wow.
Yeah, because it has been therapeutic for me.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, Doc, in your field, it's a very busy field.
Yes.
How do you navigate the pressures that come with you just being a man? And do you have such a plan or a network of men you are accountable to? How does it look like for you?
So the medical field is quite stressful in itself. Long working hours, challenges every day, new cases every day that you might need to maybe refer to other centers. You might also need to consult your seniors. You also have juniors who are under you. And as for us, there is the Hippocratic oath, which is mentorship. So anyone who's junior than you, you have to mentor them. So generally for us, for me, on a personal level, in the beginning it was a bit stressful because there are some people you look up to, but they might be too busy to give you the time that you need. They might be too harsh on you because also I think mistakes in medicine are punished very heavily because it's a matter of life and death in those situations. Now imagining being a junior doctor dealing with a case that maybe knowledge-wise you might be stuck a little bit, and then you have to approach this consultant or senior than you who you know is very harsh and might destabilize you a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit stressful. But the more you do it, the more you realize that no one knows everything in medicine, and the ones who get further are actually the ones who ask for help. Yes. So after some time, I think after my internship, I decided approach anyone. Yes, as long as they're senior than you, you can learn anything. It doesn't have to be even from your seniors. It can be to anyone. People at the same level, people at lower levels than you, just approach them. So for me, I found out that now I look at it from a male doctor's perspective. I wouldn't say that female doctors have it easier than male doctors out here, but I think male doctors undergo more societal pressure compared to female doctors. Yes, because for us male doctors, everyone, I will look at it from the first aspect of it. Everyone knows that you are a biggie out here.
All it figured out.
Yes, you have it all figured out. There'll be pressure from the female side, utasumbuliwa hapo kidogo, because they expect you wewe ushatengeneza njia na nikifuata hii njia itanipeleka mahali pazuri. So you have to know how to deal with pressure from the female side. So if you're not grounded principally, you might go astray. So that's the first aspect. The second aspect is that I've experienced this in maybe the consultation rooms and even in hospital. You'll have maybe let's say two doctors. Then a client comes in. And they'll somehow the way our society is structured, they'll want to see the male doctor. Even especially older people, they'll. It's not a rare occurrence for female doctors maybe to complain that anaitwa yeye ni nurse na huyu mwingine anaitwa daktari. Yet we are qualified at the same level. So you'll have to know how to balance and say that even these my colleague you can also see. You should also be willing to refer. Let's say this female colleague is your senior, and you're required maybe to consult or refer to them. So you have to be know how to drop down your ego,
Yeah.
and refer this patient to this.
that person.
Although you know that deep down, because you've struck a rapport with the patient, that
They're not feeling safe about it.
something like that. Yeah, so those are I will say the two aspects about in the consultation rooms and growing up as a junior doctor. Now, when it comes to you are a doctor now, how do you cope as a male doctor or as a male in the medical field with the day-to-day stresses that come up with during your line of work? As I've said, long working hours. There's a lot that is expected of you. Knowledge-wise, you have to keep up to date with the current trends in medicine, because it's a very dynamic field and things are always changing now and then. So how do you keep up with this? There is also the aspect of grief and loss, because inadvertently you will at some point you will lose a patient that maybe you thought that was out of the woods. You'll advantageously lose a patient maybe who had recovered, then maybe comes back in a state that you have to know how to handle that disappointment, because at the back of your mind you know that you put in your best and maybe the outcome is not what you expected. How do you deal with such pressures? So that's how you have to come up with good coping mechanisms. And as male doctors, it's, for me personally, I surround myself with like-minded people who maybe at the end of the day or maybe at the end of the week we can debrief and learn from each other. You can learn a new technique that has come up. You can share your story, and then maybe you'll find out that most of the time we have similar stories, and you'll find out that, even my story was actually this was sadder.
This one looks sadder. Interesting.
So good coping mechanisms. And at the end of the day, also do not forget to pray. Prayer is very important, because at the end of the day, this is a gift that you've been given by God, and the reason why He gave it to you is to serve humanity and serve women.
And serve women. Well, it's interesting that a patient would prefer a male doctor. Yes, there's a lot of stereotype which is supposed to be fixed. This one looks like a nurse, it looks like a doctor. But maybe I'd like to get a little bit personal, Doc. Do you have friends?
Yes, I do have friends.
How did you choose your friends?
I think most of the time, as Enoch put it, birds of a feather
flock together. So you attracted them or they attracted you?
Common interest or shared interest. I think there's just a way that you'll find yourselves moving in the right direction. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. How has it been for you?
For me so far, I think at my current workplace, because generally our field is it's more like zero grazing, because you're unable to stay quite a distance from where you work. So inadvertently, most of your friends will be in the same community. So if you keep on shifting your places of work, you'll have different scattered all over. So for me, I have quite I would say a good supportive cycle at my current workplace. Sometimes we meet during the weekends if it's possible, because we also have to take into consideration the shifts, the way zimepangwa. And I think so far so good. They have been quite helpful to me. When it comes to growth. You also learn about new opportunities. You might investments are also a good thing. So you kutengeneza those chamas and you get to grow, not just professionally but financially.
As well. One of the things I've discovered is that men, we find it quite hard to make friends. I'm not sure if you guys have have had that kind of a conversation. And most of our friends maybe are our childhood friends, high school friends. We have to have something that puts us together. But randomly, a man approaching just as a random stranger, very hard. Maybe for you, Enoch. Do you have friends? And what is the criteria you use to choose your friends?
And I like it that you began by saying it's not easy for a man to, get new friends. And unlike the ones that you have grown up with. And because I think that is how we are made, like God made us, in a way that we are so much introspective. Like we really do not just share anyhowly. We don't just have this conversation. Because as a man, you are made as a leader. And how you share your conversations or your discussions or information, there's a way you segment it, you know? So as I grew up, I knew one thing, that you share something and then it turns out to against you in one way or the other. So as a man, you are a bit, like I say, birds of the same feathers flock together. The people you are with most of the times are the ones you share with. But for me, what I've learned as a man is that if I have any good news, I share it with the people who are below me, Yeah. And in case I have any bad news, I don't share it with people below me, because that's how we get to share or interact. You have something exciting, something good, you share it with the people who are below you, because that's how I get to interact, because you have to bring something on the table for you to have a conversation or something. So in case of something that is negative, something that is bad, then you get to share with people who are above you. That's how I do it, and it has helped me.
Wow.
Yes.
Profoundly.
Yeah.
I think there's something I've personally struggled with, the art of asking for help.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Asking for help, I think I have come to learn to get out of the stereotype. Growing up, we're told men have to, work it out themselves. I think that's wrong. We need to have supportive networks, like the topic of the day. We need to ask for help. I think that's very, very important.
Very important.
Again, who do you ask help? Because you have, as a man, you have to grade this person. Does he have the capacity
to handle it?
Asking for help is not good news. If I come to you and I need maybe 5,000,
it's all good news.
It's all good news to you.
You're right.
You may have it all, but at that moment, you don't want to lose it. So who do I share it with? So for me, what I've learned is that you get to share with the people who are above you. Even
mentors. People you look up to.
People you look up to.
People you trust.
People you trust. I like it when you bring it people you trust, And I think we get this template from the Bible itself. Look at the men that came to David. Men who are discontented. The men who are in debt. Who did they go to? They go to someone who was above the belt,
can be able to
help them. That is David, that is their approach. So for us as men, if we can just follow the template of the Bible and look at the lifestyle of David and the people who are around him, how did they find their help? They went up. Because there are some men who are not so strong. I remember there's a day Bishop made a statement. I liked it. There's a statement he talked about the story of 3 men. Story of 3 men, whereby one of them was like, you know what, guys? He was telling the fellow guys, me when I see a skirt anywhere, I am not left the same way.
Wow.
Okay. I was like, wow, this guy, I laughed. No, that's not good. Then the second man was like, now you guys, for me, if I find any coin anywhere or money left in any place, I'm telling you, you will not find it. Even if it is a phone somewhere, I have that weakness. So guys are like, they all laugh. They're like, how could you, just money, how could you? Then the third one began crying tears. I was like, guys, I don't know. I really don't know how to say this. He was shedding tears, and all of them were surprised. They're like, why? Why are you doing this? They're like, now for me, the challenge I have is that if anyone shares their secret to me, I cannot hold it.
How to share it?
All men began wailing. We are finished.
We are done.
So these are men, they are husbands, they are fathers. They are in business. So imagine that. How would you handle that?
Oh my! If I hear a secret and they've just shared their secret, may the Lord help us.
It's very important to know who do you share with.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I think, the conversation about men can take the entire day.
Yeah.
But we're running into a short break and we'll be able to cover most of the remaining parts in the second segment, the clinical part of it. How do supportive networks get to contribute to the physical health of an individual? And how do you deal with the financial pressures, the issues that come to your head, the issues that come to your table, leadership challenges? You are struggling with something, yet people are looking for a solution from you. How do you mentor even when you're broken? How do you mentor even when you're in pain? And how do you stand out and seek for help even after being disappointed? Even though your secrets have been poured out times and times again, how do you go back and trust? So in the second segment, I'll be making a key announcement, but just reminding you this moment that we're still recruiting for our college at the JCK College of Health Sciences. Students who want to be CNAs, health assistants, and any other wants to work abroad or work locally in the homes for elderly and homes for disabilities, which are coming up. Nursing homes are coming up quite nicely. You could consider this college. They have a flexible program. You could come in as a full-time. You could come in as a for online classes, and I'm sure you're going to upskill or even get better. So hold that button there. Send in your questions. We're going to be covering them in the second segment. See you after the short break.
Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
Welcome back, our viewers. We just had an amazing first segment. I'm hoping you are still tuned and you're sharing in your questions, man. That was a banger. That was a bang. In the first segment, we were able to cover at a personal level, relatable stories. How are they able to make friendships? What does it look like to have supportive networks? And what is that perspective you have towards supportive communities, even for men? And how does looking for help look like in the perspective of a man? I'm sure you're learning something. Thank you so very much for joining. And thank you so very much for choosing to live and lead healthy lives. This is Health You program powered by Stanley, Museti. So we are getting into the second segment, and I can see very many questions coming in, a lot of comments. Very many men are watching today. Some of the women are watching on behalf of the men. Thank you so very much for joining. Even for the gentlemen and the young sons, you are getting some value. Thank you so very much. I can see so many people are watching from YouTube, Facebook, and on TV as well. They're getting a lot of value. So please remember to share in your questions. You have any queries to the doctor, to Dr. Makori here, you have any concerns or anything you'd like to also get from Sir Enoch as well, we are in the house to tackle exactly that. The life of a man is not easy, but we're here to make it easy as well. So in this second segment, we're going to be looking at your physical health and connect that with community support. The different networks you're in, how do they contribute to your physical wealth? So to help us begin this conversation again is Dr. Makori. Maybe Dr. Makori, you can help us understand, how does social support influence physical health?
So generally, let's say, for example, the first thing when it comes to health is we say prevention is better than cure.
Cure, yeah.
Sindio. So first, how do you prevent yourself from getting sick as a man? So build those community networks, go to the gym. And one thing, I used to go to the gym also, but I stopped due to educational reasons.
Wow, that was nice.
Yes, but one thing that I learned from the gym is that it's a very communal place. You get to work out together, and most exercises are done, like you get more encouragement if you have a gym partner. Let's say if you're running, staying active, it's you'll enjoy the jog if you have a support from another person. So that will inadvertently reduce your stress levels. You'll get to communicate as you work out, get to learn new things and all things. But at the end of the day, let's say you get sick. How will the community or the network, social network around you help you? Yes, they'll come in for you, they'll encourage you. Yes, if you're on medication, for us men, we are known to not adhere to medication.
True.
Once you mepewa antibiotics 5 days, after 2 days, if they start working, you stop. But that will put you at risk in the future. If you develop the same ailment, you've already developed resistance to that disease. So also, it is also a known fact that interacting with people also boosts your immunity. You will think that your immune system in isolation in terms of cells, but those endorphins, those hormones, comes into a cocktail that also boosts your immune system. And at the end of the day, that will be a healthy you. Let's say at some point during your illness, you're feeling emotionally stressed, emotionally down. These are the networks that will come and encourage you and give you and tell you you have to make it through. You're not doing this alone. Yes, you're fighting for yourself and you're also fighting for us. We don't want to lose you. Yes, as a community. And let's say at the end of the day, someone loses the fight. It's this same community that will come up and uplift the people who maybe were left behind. If it was a strong network that this person had built. So that's the importance of this strong network.
So social networks are very, very important. You get to put yourself in a club. You get to put yourself in a hub where men are. You get to put yourself out there where fellow men are. So maybe to build up on that particular concern, Doc, can loneliness and isolation affect physical health? The men would like to isolate themselves. Maybe they're saying, I'm an introvert. I don't like a lot of issues, personality related issues. Or maybe I'm a man, I ought to fight, but this fight I ought to win. So does privacy mean isolation and loneliness, and does it affect physical health?
So as I started this conversation, I said that we are communal beings, and the way we were designed is that we were to handle stress as a community. It is better handled in that way. If you decide to handle stress, emotional stress in your own way or in isolation, that will mean that you will put yourself at risk of developing these chronic diseases. These chronic diseases have a direct correlation to increased stress hormone levels in the body. And as you said, how do we deal with stress? It's through opening up and talking to other people. Cancers have been proven that the only way that basically cancer is abnormal growth cells, the regulatory mechanism in your body is quite disturbed, which is most at times happens when you are stressed. So these chronic diseases like cancer, this diabetes, all these diseases have a direct correlation to stress levels. So if you are able to deal with your stress, you will also be able to live a healthy life.
Wow. Maybe for you, Sir Enoch.
Yes.
You know, as a man, you're placed in a family setup. You're placed in a friend group setup as well. You're placed in a community setup. Even though you're relating with each other as friends, and that entire setup, how can those communities you're in get to encourage men to seek healthcare early? Maybe have you been sick before, and how did they help you seek healthcare early?
I like it when you indulge me in the areas of community, because I grew up in church setup, and I work in an environment that involves with so much church work and media and things like that. So many communities, that come together. And to begin with, you said, I'm a family man. I agree with you. I am a family man. And the first support network that God gives you as a family man or husband is your wife. But you see, the challenge today is there are men that are so secretive that they don't even get to open up to their wives. You get? Now, this is the approach that I would give for men out there. If you're having any challenge, I know, yes, there are those things you can share with your wives, but there are those you can't share with them. But matters health, brother, it's better you engage your wife.
Wow.
Matters health, let them know,
engage your wife.
because they will support you well when you are ill, because they're the same people who can monitor you, who know how you're doing and things like that. But if you don't open up to them, then that's not right. Even God will demand you of that. When you die, God will demand you of that. And I don't believe you will make it to heaven if that happens. God forbid. But this is my approach. I would recommend that just to even add on what Dr. here says, that social networks are very key. Keeping yourself around networks. Look at the jungle. I love learning from nature. You see animals when they are in a park, and one of them is not really doing well, the hunters will know, the lion will know, because that is the animal that is the weakest. They will attack the weakest. They are to launch an attack. They will figure out, okay, which one is limping, which one is a bit isolated. Even in church, you learn that Jesus himself made it a point. Even when he was giving account of his life, when he was living, he prayed earnestly. He was like, God, my prayer is that you keep these people together, that they may be one, that they may not be isolated. Because when you are aside from the pack, the enemy will notice, grab you, and take you off. And I think that is a principle that we need to emulate. We need not just the church, we need to learn from even the world out there. You need to have a community, people around you. And that is how now we complete the 8 dimensions of life.
You know that even elephants, the youngest of the group are generally the weakest. You know that they surround them. The way they walk, they are always in the middle, guarded. So that's the sense of community that you can also learn from nature.
So the youngest is always protected from
in the middle.
I didn't know that. Always seen them moving in that particular pattern. But there's a principle to it. So even men,
they're always moving in a formation.
Even the young men need the older men.
The older men.
So they have to work together. Right now you would hear a lot of noise in social media. Some of them think, oh, my dad has not made I've not made it where I want to be. Why should I listen to them? Maybe what is your comment on that?
Yeah, you can get some pretty insights. There are some reasons why life happens at times. There are some reasons why maybe your dad never got to where you are. Also, you have to accept that the fact that you're living in different eras in time. Whatever were the stressors at that time were not stressors at this time, were not priorities at this time. You do not know the level of poverty that he grew up in, what his priorities were. And also your genetic makeup might be quite different. Like what you consider making it in life is not maybe what he considers making it in life. So maybe you consider having a car is making it in life, but for him having your home the way it is,
that's okay.
It's success to him. So it's good to first listen to his side of the story, his perspective. He might express his regrets if he's open enough about it, and that will actually be even best because you'll get to understand him at a deeper level, and also it will enable you to learn from his mistakes.
Profound. Just recently I got to learn that the things as you age, you begin to understand the makeup of a man. You begin to understand why your father was silent on some things, why he never reacted on some things, why he has never told you certain things, why he has never shared certain struggles. As you age, you don't just learn to forgive him. You also learn just to fully understand him. And as you understand him, it begins even to make sense to you. So that success to him, to you, to me, could be pieces of land, power and all that. G-Wagon, the newest model. To him, it was simply having me as a son. So the perspective is different.
And actually, there are certain things that they keep to themselves as fathers, and they know the day they share it with you, they have lost you.
You're going to tear apart.
Absolutely.
That is the wisdom of ages. So it's important that as young men, we get to listen to the older generation. They might not be where we want to be, but they have the knowledge of where we want to stay, if we want to stay where we want to be. Because the wisdom of ages, they might not be there, but they know how to live there. You'll find that the younger generation, the Gen Zs, now they're coming Gen Alphas, how they define success is different.
Goalposts are shifting.
They've already shifted, and where you're scoring is different from where he scored.
And mentorship, above all, is very key.
Very important.
You need to find mentors as early as yesterday.
Maybe how can fathers be part of the mentorship journey for their sons? And as well, how can mothers mother sons for the next generation? They would mother children, boys, not knowing that they're forming the next generation. There are a lot of stereotypes, especially around single parenting. It's something in future, maybe from a psychological and medical view, we could be able to explore that. How does that affect? Maybe how can fathers get to mentor young generations more holistically in terms of spiritual being, career development? How can they be part of that journey? Maybe for you, how is it with Israel?
Thank you so much. And Israel is a strong name. It means God prevailed. And fathers need to really mentor. What I do, I get so busy. But what I do most of the times, when I have time for my son, I make sure I really give him time. I listen to him, and sometimes when you don't give them attention, they will spoil something. So I learned that if I want to save my, materials, I need to listen to this gentleman. And when it necessitates discipline, I am that man who will discipline my child. Because
spare the rod, spoil the child.
I don't know if very many people here know that scripture. I will apply it. But it's very key. Where it's necessary, you discipline them, because I know there's a level where you can't do that anymore when they're a certain age. So for me, I believe that even we, the young men, we need to have a high affinity for mentorship. Look for it. Desire it. In case a man, for example, Bishop Peter has called for a meeting, and then he has called to meet men or something. You hear any men gathering. I believe men, if you have some time, you have to go.
Yeah.
I believe mentors should not be looking for us.
Yeah.
We should be the ones looking for a mentor.
them.
You admire. Maybe the challenge is there are some mentors who seem to be up there and they are not willing to share information. That's still another challenge.
Yeah, true.
Their mentors,
Yes,
like you say, the Hippocratic Oath, necessitates
Yes.
that you mentor, share
mentor,
information. But the question is, are mentors even ready? The people we look at as figures, ready to share the information, what they went through. I like how we do it here on Faith Today Television. Our bishop always does that. We have a full program, the times and seasons. It happens every Friday about the same time. You know, what is he offering? Mentorship, teaching, but are men willing to tune in and learn? That's still now the challenge.
Yeah.
I think the key word here, takeaway should be that men, I mean, those who need to grow, you don't need to, you don't need any mentor to look for you. My humble appeal today is look for them. If there's any advert, any kind of call upon or a meeting where there are men who are being called upon to attend a meeting, a gathering, or whatever, make sure you be the one who is going there to learn. Crave for this, because that is how you will grow. We learn that, again, I love scripture, the life of David and how he became king and things like that. The men who are in debt, the men who are discontented, the men who are disheartened and in distress, they ran to this man. And guess what? He made them. They were kings.
Wow.
They became giants. I remember a story of one of them who, when he was fighting, he had the sword, clenched the sword so tightly that after the battle, the entire battle, they tried to get it off. It couldn't, because he was that strong, very passionate. And I believe every time David had a victory somewhere, some of these spoils he gave to these young men. I mean, they became kings. They had families of their own. So I can speak the entire day, man.
Wow. Profound.
About
Also,
this.
to add maybe on what he said about mentorship and growing up, the way children grow, because as a man is formed from the child, the boy child, growing up. So children learn from observation, from what they see. So if you want your child to become a good man in the future, a whole man in the future, surround your child with men of good character.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be the biological father, because as you've pointed out, there's a story about single mothers and all. As a single mother, life happens. Sometimes there are things that you have no control over. So, but make sure you surround your child with men of good character. And your child will emulate these characters, and they'll observe and practice what they see. And they'll grow up being good men in the future.
Wow. Child does what child sees.
Yes.
So if they see good, they do good. If they see
Monkeys.
bad, monkey do.
Monkey see,
Monkey do. Wow, fantastic. There are very many questions coming in, and I like them. I'm telling you. I'm not sure if we're going to have sufficient time, but you're going to bear with us, our viewer. We're going to cover as much as we can. You know, when it comes to men, there are a lot of questions. But let's see how much we can go. I told you the ladies are watching on behalf of the husband. So the first one here is, hey, this is Joanna. My husband stopped talking after losing his job. How can I help him? My husband stopped talking after losing a job. How can I help him? Now, these are communities wanting to help you. How can they do that?
Do you want to come first?
Go first, then I'll...
All right. I like it.
All right. The spiritual perspective is because I know that it's a good start. You know, it's a good start, because for the woman to know now, my husband has lost her a job. I don't know which other sources he got to know this information, but if it was for the man, I think that's a good start. Yeah. So what you do is, as a culture, for me, before we sleep, we get to talk. You know, get to learn about how the day was, how my wife's days was. I get to tell him about my day, and then we pray about things, because I believe that when you involve God, there are certain things that get to beyond us. You know, you are two of you, but there's a third party that if you engage, he will give you an idea on how to go about this. As you're praying, for me, I get to so many of my ideas. It is through prayer. And through prayer, I am always attentive What idea came up? When I sleep, I'm also very alert. Like, what dream did I have? What insight did I have? I really write down. And whatever comes, even though it's seemingly vague, I pursue that. So my advice to Joanna is that get to hold hands with your husband. Tell him we are going to pray. I know this is a challenge. You know, it's not easy. Yeah, but I want us to pray and trust God because I know God will make a way. I think that is what you can do.
Wow.
Put it in the hands of God. Because let me tell you, some people think that you can only do family alone.
Yeah.
But God is the initiator of family. This is his business. He's interested in business. When he wanted to do to restore a man, he worked with family. Beginning this earth, he began with family. So it is that only that the world has surrounded us with so many options of things that seemingly look like they are solutions, and yet after some time they disappoint us. Until you get back to the drawing board, until we get back to the Bible and how it was, we are not going to be able to go out of those things. But my appeal to you is that hold hands. I don't want to prophesy, but I'm very sure that after maybe some days, you'll get a solution.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Because who can? Yeah, we all go through challenges, but when we involve God, I believe there is something.
There is something. So just to answer that question, dissecting the questions from what I can gather is that he went silent after losing his job. So I do not know how long ago he lost his job, but for men generally, and there are what we call stages of grief. And the first one is always denial. And then there is you have to go through in whichever sequence through all those stages up to the 5th stage, which is acceptance. Maybe give him some time, hajafika acceptance level, and when he's ready to talk about it, he will talk about it. But meanwhile, be supportive of him. He's lost his job. Encourage him. And also do not put a lot of pressure on him because it might worsen the situation. He will come around. Maybe hajafika acceptance level. And also, meanwhile, support the family in whichever way that you can. And also, in that way, he will also appreciate.
When you talk about supporting, do you also mean that she can financially support the man?
She can chip in whatever way, little way that she can, so that at least the family stays together. Because at the end of the day, he will overcome. He'll come around it and overcome. But with your support.
With your support. I personally believe that family is a communal project. It is not a man project. Rarely do we get to dissect it. Man is the head. My money is mine. His money is ours. But in this case, Joanna, your money is for the family. I am a young man, and I feel today, our viewers, please give us a few minutes so that we're able to cover a few more questions. I'm a young man, and I feel pressure to succeed quickly. How do I manage this? Kim. I'm a young man.
And once
sharp boys.
Sharp boys. First of all, I will say that everyone has their own path that God created for them. It is some people make it early in life, others make it later in life, but everyone has their own race. And the more you succumb to societal pressure of making it up early in life, the more likely you are to make mistakes that might end up actually maybe ending your life or making it worse than because you do not want to end up in prison for something that you would have easily avoided. You do not want to end up maybe dying just because of you're chasing, they call it chasing the bag.
It's running
pressure
away.
The average age at which generally there was to speak about men succeeding, it's just in their 40s.
True.
And that's when most men are stable and start. Just trust the process. Be consistent in whatever craft that you've chosen to do. And in the end, as they say, itajipa. Usisuccumb to pressure, sharp boys and everything, making it early. You'll get there. the lesser you succumb to these pressures, the likely you are even to succeed.
Yeah. Somebody said that if you jump up, you're going to come down.
Yeah.
But if you grow up,
Yes.
you're going to stay up.
Yeah,
So grow your assets, grow your cash flow producing assets, grow your vehicles.
Yes.
Nobody begins a journey without a vehicle. So you could want to succeed, but what is your vehicle? People assume that success is just an illusion that you can
invest in your craft.
Invest in your craft, build some skill, build abilities, harness your ability, your giftings. Go get a skill, gather as many skills. This is the age. I think it's Joshua Salmon who talks about the phases of life. There's the building phase. Then you come to a place where now you begin to multiply. Then they'll come to a place where it's legacy you're eating. But most people want to go to legacy without the building.
Yeah, going through that process. And that process is what builds resilience.
Yes.
And you'll be able to take care of what you gather at the end.
Wow.
Because you gathered all these skills well in the process of
Great.
getting there.
As a fellow young man, accumulate your assets, do what you ought to do in the foundation. Somebody else is asking here, just as from Keno, is it normal to feel guilty when spending money on yourself as a man?
Maybe.
Is it guilty?
Kwanza.
Especially as a family man. I'd like to hear that perspective.
Spending money on yourself.
Yes, as a man.
I think, how I could put it is, for example, for me, I enjoy eating pork. Yeah. And my wife doesn't. So sometimes I treat myself to a pork and she's okay with that. Yeah. So, but she understands, she knows that I don't eat pork, but my husband does. So when I call her and tell her, you know what, today I decided to treat myself to a pork.
She understands.
She understands. Yes.
So you should not feel guilty.
It doesn't.
Yeah, getting a good shoe is not a crime.
Yeah, it's not
Getting some good shirt is not a crime.
It's not a crime. As long as you have done your duties.
Obligations.
Yeah, your obligations. You have supported your family, so it's not bad.
It's not bad. I can't stop thinking about why men always disappear socially when life becomes hard. Why is that? I think we talked about he can relate to the job loss.
Yeah, isolation.
And loneliness.
Yeah.
Terry in Juja. Thank you, Terry, for joining. Good to have you. Morning, team. Loving the show. I'm working very hard, but my salary ends before end month. This stress is too much. How are men surviving out there? Wow. I think before you answer that question, somebody said that if your expenditure is more than your income, then your upkeep becomes the devil.
I think it all boils down to budgeting and living
financial management
within your means. I think nowadays there's a lot of pressure to keep up appearances. Get the latest shoe, latest phone, constantly upgrade your wardrobe. But at the end of the day, if you live within your means, that's the importance now of financial management and budgeting.
Wow.
Budget your money well, because I'm sure you know how much you earn. And just list down your priorities, your wants. The ones that are more important than others should be met before the luxuries and whatever come into place. Then I think you will be able to save something so that will enable you to grow, and a little sacrifice also goes in a long way. Because we also do not know how to sacrifice for better.
Better things. Delayed gratification.
Absolutely. Are you trying to mean that these people need to also tune into our business show so that they can learn about budgeting?
They should.
It's called KBN. Happens every Thursday.
Wow.
So should they tune in and learn about those things?
I'm sure there are sessions on that, saving and budgeting.
Budgeting.
And if you want to also build wealth, the place to be is KBN. Every Thursday from 10 to 11. An amazing show there. So go, one of the remedies is go and watch that show. And simply, as Doc has said, budgeting, then delay gratification. Be patient with yourself. Then understand your income. If your income is this amount, stop impressing us out here. We don't even know. We don't care. You know, the people think that people care really much until you discover that nobody really cared in the first place. Yeah, so stop impressing the world. The world does not. In fact, change your neighborhood. Go to a place where you can build. You are trying to impress everybody by living in a good house, yet your finances, your expenditure is more than your income. There's an abomination there.
End up in debt.
The second last one. This is okay. This is Martin from Goomba. I am 33. He begins it. No land, no car, no marriage. Am I behind or am I just pressuring myself? Interesting.
So, first of all, okay, we do not have his personal background and why he says so. But as I said, run your own race.
Run your own race. I like that.
Stay focused.
Wow.
You will get there.
Wow.
Everyone has their own timing. God's timing is the best.
Is the best timing.
And I like it when you include God here, because very many people forget the fact that life is a journey. It's not a marathon.
Wow. It's
never a marathon. Yeah.
The people miss it on sprints.
Exactly.
They forget that it was a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
So you're pumping in, then you hit the wall. Then it reminds you you've got to go again.
Exactly.
And go further.
Exactly. Life is
a journey.
Is a journey, you know. And people don't really look at their age, and for every birthday there is pressure that builds on. But it's important to note that the other day I was reading about the life of Sarah. Sarah in the Bible. The Bible talks about this woman who got a child, was it at 75? You know?
Yeah.
What is the ideal childbearing age of a woman?
Around 20.
Around 20. All right. When does menopause set in?
Menopause around 45 years.
Around 45. Imagine someone passing that 35 years, 30 years, and is able to conceive. So I think people need to get back to the drawing board. Again, understand that life is not about what other people are doing or what you're not doing. It's about understanding that your identity, true identity, is found in God. 33, for you, it may be too late. It may be too late. But there are those, it is too early.
Someone who's starting out life at that age.
Exactly. They're just starting out. You know, so for me, what I would encourage that young man is that trust in God.
Wow.
You know, and the one thing that is key is when you go back, read about Hebrews chapter 11, verse 11, that when you look at the life of Sarah in the Bible actually cautions us. I mean, look at the life of Sarah, the life of Abraham. That's a good template that God gives all of us. That this lady, what held her strong, held her back strong and still erect, is because of she considered him faithful. That's how the Bible says. In her old age, when she was past the childbearing age, what did she count on? One thing, that God is faithful. And that all turns back to what you said, Doc, that God's timing is the best timing.
Wow.
So we need to have more of these conversations, even in healthy programs. People need to know God. People need to trust in God because He's the best timer. He never comes early. He never comes late, but He's on the right time.
And that's the guy who started KFC, Colonel Sanders. He did it in his 80s.
Imagine.
Wow. It's a story that I love, that there's a difference between an elephant and a dog. A dog would give birth to very many kittens within just 6 months, or is it 9? An elephant would just give birth to one in 2 years. Run your race.
That's
the last one.
And we see dogs everywhere.
The last one. I'm the firstborn. We share a story, this one here. I'm the firstborn. Everyone calls me when there's a problem. Where are firstborn sons expected to run when they have a problem? Interesting.
Firstborns.
I think, okay, on a lighter note, I've seen some skit makers on TikTok calling themselves the presidents of the Firstborns Association. So that goes a long way to show you that it's true. It's actually true that firstborns go through a lot of societal pressures, mostly because more often than not, they were born when their parents had not self-actualized, or things were not so well in the family, and they are expected to go a long way in also making sure that their younger siblings are well catered for. So that eventually takes a toll on them, because at the end of the day, everyone else looks up to you, because as your parents are grinding out there, it was your responsibility to make sure that your younger siblings are kept in order. They are well fed, they are kept warm and all. So eventually it takes a toll on them, and they also grow up with that parenting and authoritative attribute, and also a selfless attitude that is not found amongst any other siblings, because their sense of responsibility is heightened as compared to us, and that will inadvertently, your siblings will look up to you when they are in distress. And also, if your parents are also not available, let's say due to health reasons, death can also occur, everyone of your siblings will also look up to you as a deputy parent in quotes. I think that pressure gets to them at some point, because everyone is all eyes on you. I think the best thing to do at that point is sometimes if you feel really burdened, it's good to be true to yourself. Sit down your siblings and tell them ABCD, ABCD, because there's so much that also you can sacrifice much for, because at the end of the day, you also need to grow as a person. Also, we were talking about building communities. As build communities, their firstborns, and share your struggles and how this one copes and how this one
and learn from each other.
And learn from
profound.
each other.
I think that's very much profound. The pressure on the firstborn is a lot, but most people forget that you're not the saviors of the family. Jesus Christ is. So leave Jesus Christ to do what he came to do. For you, you're just human. Do to your limitation, man, but with some boundaries. So that you're not able to pour all out. You can't pour from an empty cup. The people are pouring from an empty cup. Remember that you need to have a cup that is filled before you pour. Don't just pour until it runs out. When you pour and it runs out, the Bible calls you foolish. The man who gave out his all oil and remained with no oil is called a fool. So if you're giving everything you have because you love them, you are not loving them. You are just a fool. It's hard to get it in, but that is how I do it personally. Lastly, to you, Enoch. Why is it that PKs mostly suffer emotionally, physically, and majority have double lives despite being PKs? This is the last one to close the show.
And I think it all comes back to what Doctor talked about, the expectations. They're so high, they're up there. People expect you to be so many things, you know. And as a PK, you are also a human being. I'm a PK, and I know where I'm coming from. Because also the challenge is that we also try to be like our parents, you know. Should I share my story? I think it may take the whole day. But what I can encourage PKs is that you don't have to live up to the pressure. Be you, you know, be the authentic you. The world needs to see you. You don't want to live any other person's life. Because that one will kill you before your time. So what I believe is that understand who you are, your capacity, your potential, what your strengths are, hang in there. You don't all have to hold a microphone to prove that you are you're a PK, you are supportive, you know, you are following the direction of your parents. But you can be so good where God has placed you. We have about 8, you know, spheres of influence. I call them mountains of influence. Some people call them 7, but there are 7. There are 8, not just 7. There is family. You may be good at family. You can talk about family. You can create content in that regard. God has blessed you with a family. Share your story. That is a mountain that you can take hold of. We have education. Some people are educations. They are teachers. God has blessed them so much you know, that they can teach, they can train, they can instill the fear of God. That is your mountain where God has placed you. And you can shine actually and turn so many back to Christ just because of that. You know, we have business. There are people who are good at business. They are investors. You can talk about money. You can talk about investment. We have a whole program on that. You know, that's where God has blessed you. I've seen so many PKs, by the way, shine in just business and investment. Just think about that. Yeah. So many of them. You don't have to hold a microphone. Your microphone could be in the business space, you know. And there is now faith. There are those who are so good with preaching, teaching, and that is your line. Do not shy away. When the chance comes for you to minister or serve, please go ahead and do that. You don't have to worry about what people are thinking, what people are saying. CG, you are taking over. That is, I don't want to use that word that starts with C. But what I'm trying to say is that be who God has called you to be. That passion, that desire that God has given you. Some are leaders. They are so good in different leadership spaces and governance. That is your space. Be there. Be bright. I mean, shine bright in that line. We are the light of the world. There are those who are so gifted in the arts and the arts and entertainment. Now there are those who are so strong like him, so strong in health. You know, that is your influence that God has given you. And there are those who are so good with media, like what I'm doing right now. You can just stand behind the camera and that's how you make us look good. Us who are maybe in front of people's faces, you make us look good. There are people who are so talented with programming that I work with here, and I'm imagining that if these people, the world got to know who they are and what they are doing, many PKs will be excited to be what they are. So in a nutshell, is one thing is very key. Find out your strength, who you are, and ride on that. Find mentors like me or very many people out there who are doing what you desire to do or your passion is, and then follow them, ask them for advice. The life will not remain the same.
Wow, profound. Thank you so much, our viewers, for the questions you've sent in and for the feedback and for getting to tune in and learn the much you've been able to do to this end. I know we've taken a little more minutes, but thank you so very much for your patience and get to learn about today. So allow me to give my guests 30 seconds to give their parting shot and bid you bye. And then I'll see you next week. Baby Doc.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity today to mentor to men. My name is, just to reintroduce myself again, I'm Dr. Makori, Medical Officer, Jessica Hospital. Feel free to pop in for any regular checkups. We have men's packages, we have the bronze package, we have the gold package. Come in at any time. We are located at Park Lane, Lumumba Drive, and we are looking forward to see you soon. And also for men, stay active, eat well, and also do regular checkups. Hope to see you soon.
Profound. Thank you. Enoch.
All right. Thank you so much. Once again, Enoch Kitonde Kija here. I'm so excited to be on the healthyyou program. I am, what I can give to you or to encourage you with is that find a community. A church is a good space to start with. Make sure that you are in a church community, you are in a men's group somewhere. Whenever there is a meeting or a bishop or any spiritual authority has called upon other men, make sure that you indulge yourself because your answer is in there. There is healing in there. And again, above all, make sure that you trust God. David made a statement that I ride on in Psalm 62 verses 11. He says, God has spoken once, twice I have heard that power belongs to God. The power to heal, power to make finances, the power to grow, it is all in God. Make sure that God is your stronghold. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, my guests, for today's session. That was an amazing session. I'm sure a man, a woman, a young man, a young person have gotten to get information on how they can thrive and lead better lives. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is healthyyou program where you stay informed to lead healthy lives. And I was your host, Stanley Museti. To this end, until I see you next time, adios, muchachos.
At JCK Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit JCK Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. JCK Hospital. You first.